Hello and welcome back to another episode on the channel by me, TheWiseJames. Just reacting to another Simp Saver Sam video on YouTube here. If you do like Sam's video, just go to his channel. You know, I don't know him.
The Sacker tool.
I just watch his stuff. So, let's get into it.
As I walk past one outdoor dining area, a man on a table pointed at me and began to swear. So I walked up to his table to give him a chance to tell the world why he thinks it's okay to swear at a journalist walking past doing his job. As I approached the table, a woman from the table next to them decided to join the abuse.
Hey, get the jab, off.
Why are you assuming
Get the jab, man, and fuck off.
I don't have the jab?
I want to talk to you.
She's screaming at me.
Can you please go? Because I actually want to enjoy my dinner.
She looks like she wants to chat. Let me be crystal clear. I would not interrupt people enjoying what little freedoms they have, even if...
Yeah, but if they're going to swear at you and call you names, fuck them. They deserve all the shit they get.
were politically opposed or whatever.
Right.
But the moment you begin shouting at me as I'm walking past doing my job, you bet I will absolutely approach you to show the world who and what you are. And you don't get to order me to F off at that point.
Right.
You can explain yourself or apologize, because sitting in an outside dining area is not a license to abuse people passing by just because you don't like them.
If I walk past you and you scream stuff, don't expect me. No, I like it here. I feel like I like it here.
No way.
So why's your missus screaming out if she doesn't? It looks like she wants attention.
אני אגיד לך גם כדבר אחד, כן? אף אחד לא שם זין עליך, אז תעוף. בסדר?
Part of me that wants to get up to your former partner and go.
לא רוצה לדבר איתך. אתה מגיע כאן, הוא מסתכל עליך.
So now he's insulting disabled people. So instantly, we all know he's a weak German. He's literally a very weak German man. That's what he is. That's why he's insulting disabled people. As if his people didn't hurt disabled people enough.
אני רואה בן אדם נוכל ומגעיל. אתה מבין?
Although he might not be German, he could be another language. But I think he's German.
Why are you so close to me? They're social distancing.
Sat down straight away.
Get the jab, you.
What did you just call her? What did you just call her?
We're trying to enjoy a lovely meal.
What'd you call?
Your friend here, this guy in the blue shirt, shouted at him and called him names, and now you're trying to play victim. I didn't realise this was a woman who identified as a man. This person here in the white shirt is clearly a woman who identifies as a man. Otherwise, why would they be playing victim? Maybe that's his boyfriend in the pink shirt. He's not gay, but his boyfriend is.
Vaccinated.
Why'd you call her?
How dare he?
Nee, waar ben ik?
Don't touch me.
Dat is die.
Oh, he's just put his hand on him twice, trying to act like a big man. That's when it gets saucy. Although this guy here, who's white, is taller than the other guy has much bigger, stronger shoulders, a thinner waist, and he's younger. This bald motherfucker has no chance in a fight against this man here. No chance.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Touch me. Step back.
Yeah, you touched me.
Don't touch.
I won't touch you either. I'm standing in public. Stand back.
Told you, weak fuck. Went over like a sack of potatoes. But that's what happens. You get men who try to act big in front of their girl or their woman, even though she started it, and now she's trying to defuse the situation. But until her man was getting in trouble, she didn't give a fuck, did she? But as soon as he gets pushed on his arse, and she was made to look bad because she's with a weak man, oh, then she had a problem, didn't she?
Mate, you raised the hand. You raised the hand.
Yeah.
You raised your hand.
Touch me again, you
Stay back out of our space.
Did he call him a monkey?
Stay back.
You raised your hand.
touch me again, you
Stay back out of our.
Yeah, that's racist abuse, that's a crime. Instantly should be arrested. Instantly, racist abuse. Arrest the fucker.
Space.
Get the fuck out of my space, you fucking piece of shit!
Let's just enjoy the night.
What?
He literally comes up and assaulted this guy because he was taller than him and thought he could get away with it. So an even bigger guy than him comes and pushes him, and he didn't fucking like it. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how this man here got treated exactly how he treated this man, right? The man in the middle treated this guy on the right exactly like this. So then the big bodyguard comes along and treats him the same way, and he didn't fucking like it. I do this to people online all day long, you know? People who try and abuse people online don't like it when they get the abuse back. They don't like it when you say things they don't like, they don't want to hear. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people who behave this way, as soon as you treat them the way they treat others, they sharp fucking change. They sharp change the way they're behaving. And then you tell them, oh, well, it turns out you don't like your own behaviour, doesn't it? Isn't that weird? That's what I do anyway. Pisses them right off. Because it shows that even they don't like the way they go on.
Let's go. Look at you. You fucking right-wing. You fucking happy? This is what you say that's a good thing to do? Look at you.
You're gonna pick on the girl.
Oh, went for the girl out of all the guys. See, this how there's a man, female, male, female. He's gone instantly for the female.
You fucking happy? This is what you say that's a good thing to do? Look at you.
You're gonna pick on the girl. You're gonna
I'll
pick on
fucking
her.
pick whoever I want, you fucking piece of shit.
Alright, bro.
What? Look at me.
Now that is triggered. You know, people try to tell me sometimes, you know, I'll correct people on Facebook and stuff when they're wrong, right? Because I've got OCD. I need to correct people. I just have to, right? So people mistake it as triggered. This is triggered. That is triggered. Me correcting you on Facebook, right, is not triggered.
Shit.
Bro.
What? Look at me.
You like to pick fights.
Yeah, they did. They picked the fight they couldn't fucking win, and then they played victim.
What did you even come here for? What did you come here
I'm
for?
interviewing. There's a protest,
What are you
mate.
interviewing
What
me
are you
for?
doing here?
What am I doing? I'm fucking having dinner here.
Yeah,
You
she
fucking
was screaming
idiot.
at me, mate.
Really? Because did anyone want to talk to you at all?
Your missus
Did
was
anyone want
screaming
to
at
talk
me.
to you?
Your fucking girl you're sitting with shouted at him. Why didn't you keep her in check instead of having to go at him? He's clearly got no balls to like tell his woman to shut the fuck up, has he? Otherwise he would have had a word with her. He's I'm sorry, this is a weak male. This is a very weak male.
At all.
All right, mate, you're so
Did anyone want
the
to talk?
virus, the virus.
Shut the fuck up.
Stand back.
Hit me again, mate.
Stand back.
Hit me again.
Stand back.
He didn't hit you, he pushed you. He didn't hit you, he pushed you.
Hit me again, you.
The classic hit me again. Even though he's pushed him like 4 times, it's always hit me again. Just hit me one more time and then I'll do something.
Stand back.
Hit me again.
You were not to touch him.
And what are you to touch me? Who the fuck are you to touch me?
Oh, here comes the police. Here comes the police.
Touch him. Keep your distance. Keep
Touch
your
him again.
distance.
I'm sending you the fuck.
Cue the Benny Hill music.
Keep your distance. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. No. Keep your distance. He didn't do anything. Don't. There we go. Come. They raise their hands and then they complain about assault.
Is it funny how they're always the victims at the end?
Yeah.
I was walking past, they yelled at me, and then when I confront her for it, the unhinged guy pushes me, boasts about it, and then immediately regrets it when my security steps in.
Exactly, yeah.
And then he redirects his psychotic outburst at a random woman filming what was happening.
So when the tough guy act didn't work, he then resorted to being the victim. Classic. And they're on about these guys being disruptive. They were just walking by and then they started insulting them. And then when they were confronted about it, they're saying that, you know, they're the ones being disruptive. What about everyone else? They don't want to hear someone screaming and shouting from the table next to them. These people pick a fight and then they shit themselves when they get one. And it's funny, the 3 guys sat closest to them, they were saying stuff as well. Soon as the security guard walked up, they were nowhere to be seen. Because it seems like Karen and Darren were in full rage. Because remember, the most offensive
Karen and Darren.
people are always the most easily offended.
What are you interviewing for?
I'm just talking about pride. Do you want to do one?
Sure, why not? What's up?
Alrighty, so we're here, we're at
Okay, so straight away, that's a male identifying as a female.
San Francisco Pride. What makes San Francisco Pride different than any other place in the country?
There's a lot of queer people here. What do you want?
No, I don't mean like that. Like, the energy here is a lot different.
Yeah, everybody's more open. Everybody's like more able to be themselves, and
The truth is most of those people there have chose a new identity for themselves because they didn't know who they really were. So they had to create an entire new identity to become someone. So the idea that all these people are more open and honest, I don't accept. I don't believe that. Like, just because you can dress up like a dog and call yourself a gay dog doesn't mean you're being open and honest. What that actually means is you're lying to yourself and everyone around you because you can't handle the truth, essentially.
a lot less hate. You see a lot of people that in other societies would probably be hated on. So, there's a lot of queerdos out here and we love it. So,
Do you believe that it's safe for children to be in these types of areas where naked...
He said, oh yeah, without hesitation. Without hesitation. Oh yeah, of course it's safe for children. Around loads of sexualized adults drinking and taking drugs and in sexualized outfits. Oh yeah, of course that's a perfectly normal environment for a child. This is why this person should never be a father.
People are around?
Yeah, totally. Because this nudity is not sexual. This nudity is not sexual at all. This nudity...
What? You have... I don't even need to explain to you guys that he is literally lying through his face mask. He's lying through his face mask.
is about expression.
You're a demon.
Same as on a nudist beach, right?
A nudist beach is sexualized, you prick. That's sexual. Children can't go on it. You have to be over 18.
Right. Anyone that says that needs their hard drive checked immediately.
100%. 100% agree. Check his hard drive.
But we got an issue with Puritanism in this country, right? We got an issue with people who have these values about what kids should be allowed to do. This is an adult event. We're all adults out here.
But you're saying kids are allowed to walk around there, see swinging, and that's fine? And you want to talk about values? It's always the blue-haired people saying this stuff, man.
See a child?
Well, I did at Dolores Park.
Okay, that's a park. Yeah.
And there was nude people there.
So do you have any more questions?
I think that's it. Do you have anything final to say to the camera?
Yeah. If you don't get the culture, you shouldn't be here.
And here we go.
So if you don't accept straight culture, should you just, find your own place? If you don't accept straight culture, should you just, fuck off to somewhere else? Mars. How would that sound? Oh, wait, that sounds homophobic. So what he just said was heterophobic. So what he is heterophobic. Ha ha, heterophobic.
You should go somewhere else. Just like we left all the places that we left to come here, where people get our culture.
Yeah, those people are horrible. They should leave.
Yeah, you should leave.
Oh, I should?
Yeah,
oh, you're talking about me?
Yeah.
What do you
He wants him to leave because he doesn't like the questions, is what he really means. He just doesn't have the balls to say it. Although he did probably still have his balls. He hasn't had them checked off yet. You can tell by his voice. So he's just playing dress up. He's playing gay dress up. That's what he's doing.
mean?
I'm talking about you. You should go. You people
Why?
should go. I don't want you here either.
That's just kind of rude. I haven't been rude to you. I'm just trying to ask questions.
I think you are rude. I think you are extremely rude.
He's literally been perfectly decent and asked reasonable questions. He's not been rude in the slightest. You just don't like the fact that he's made you look like a twat. And you've realised it after he's done it. That's literally all this is.
For being here.
I'm just
I
trying to
don't
ask
think
questions.
We don't want to give these people any more footage. We'll just escort them out.
Thank you.
Escort them out from a public venue? What, you're not the police. What? You have no more power than anyone else around you, little man. Someone could literally steal your glasses off your face and run away, and you'd have to ring the police to get them to charge them. What?
I appreciate that.
Who's this guy? Who's...
Fucking Superintendent Hall Monitor.
says he's going to escort him out like he's a police or something.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Is there an issue?
Yeah.
What's the issue?
You don't agree with him, that's the issue, mate.
What's the issue?
He runs over his foot with his bicycle. Intentionally, obviously.
Guys filming for.
What's the issue?
We have a press liaison up at the truck you're welcome to talk to.
Well, right now you have my cameraman just kind of blocked in.
No, we don't.
There's plenty of place for y'all to go.
Yep.
There's so much space for y'all to go.
I'm just kind of confused. I was just asking questions.
I'd floor the lot of them. You know, I'm not being funny. A bunch of funnies like that circle me. I would take that as a threat and kick the living fuck out of all 6 of them. Like, look, I don't care. Right? I don't care. Right? He'd get a punch. He'd be on the ground in a punch. Right? What was the other ones?
No, you have my
So he'd be on the ground in a punch. Not the guy. Him, 1 punch.
kind of blocked in.
Him, 1 punch. 1 punch.
No, we don't.
1 punch. 1 punch.
There's plenty of place
1 punch.
for y'all to go.
Yep.
There's so
And punch him again when he gets up. Then you tell them to shut the fuck up and get the fuck away from you. The police will be there in 5 minutes, and if they arrest you, you just say, well, they invaded my personal space, and I perceived it as a violent threat, so I responded in self-defense and beat up all 6 of them. And if they want to take it to court, go for it. Let them be in court as the 6 people who got beat up by 1 man who they surrounded. They're not going to win. They would lose. You could have literally beat these people up. I'm not even joking. I know it would have been trouble. You shouldn't really do violence, but they are physically surrounding you. That is a violent intimidation act. It is a physical act. I would consider that as a violent altercation. They're trying to make you scared for your safety. So respond. Make them fear for their safety, bellends.
Again, fellas.
Squash the beef. Do you want to squash the beef?
I don't want to squash the beef. I think you should go away.
I just want to squash the beef.
I don't want to squash your damn beef. I want you to leave.
I don't want you to squash my beef. I wanted to squash the beef.
Pause.
I don't care what you want. Just like you don't give a I want, do you?
I do. I'm trying to ask.
That's why he's here asking questions. He wants to hear about your opinion, and your opinion sounds like you want children hanging around with men with their penises out. And now, because you said that, you want him to leave.
I want you to get the out. That's what I want you to do. Would you like to do that?
I don't think we're wanted here.
How's he keeping a straight face, man?
We are all asking you to leave.
Okay.
Can you please leave?
I was just trying to ask questions.
I don't give a what you're trying to do.
I just simply don't care about your content.
Look at
I
these
don't give a
people.
what you're trying to do. You could keep trying to farm content, yo. But this is the thing, y'all are losers. Y'all are losers,
we don't need to
and the whole world is seeing this.
I was just trying to ask questions.
The only loser here is a blue-haired divvy with a small penis who is probably only gay because nobody else wants him. So decided to be gay to pick up the desperate males who nobody else wants and take advantage of them. And he's just trying to protect them because otherwise his source of self-validation dries up.
Says the one
Guarantee you that's a straight boy pretending to be gay.
who said
Guarantee
proper
it.
appropriate for kid.
He's a heterophobe because he's scared to admit to himself that he's straight, not gay. He's built his entire identity on being gay, but he's actually straight. Bet you. I would bet any money in the world that person's pretending to be gay. They're actually straight. I bet any money. Any money.
Yeah, good one, mate.
Get out.
Yo, 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 yo,
Here we
yo,
go.
yo, 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 yo.
Get out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Holy crap! Holy crap, guys! I'm gonna get. Oh my gosh! What is she doing to me? What is she doing to me? Oh my gosh! What is she doing to me? What is she doing to me? Ah! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's getting crazy! Holy crap, guys! I'm just here to ask questions. I'm just here to ask questions. I'm just here to ask questions.
I've got a bit of time because something's about to happen. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't want to miss this because it's going to be good. I can just tell it's going to be good.
Oh my gosh, it's getting crazy! Holy crap, guys! I'm just here to ask questions! I'm just here to ask questions! I'm just here to ask questions! Holy crap! Holy crap!
What did he do so wrong
We're in
anyway?
San Francisco!
Would you like to create the bill of materials and turn
Now, would you call that a community of tolerance? The answer, after this advert. The answer's no. That is not tolerant. What that is intolerant. So, when you get someone of the gay community who calls you intolerant, show them this video of how intolerant these gay people were. And how they made gay people all over the world look bad. There's loads of nice gay people, right? All over the world, who would never do this kind of shit. Would never, ever in a million years do this kind of shit, right? So don't dare think that all gay people are like these people, because they're not. They're not. These are basically the same as, like, the people who glue themselves to the road, you know? Them people, they're them people.
It's not going good! It's not going good! It's not going good!
This guy has the nerve to talk about values and that these guys are losers, even though one of the first things he said was these pride parades where adults are walking around swinging it out, that's appropriate for children. If anyone thinks that, you need to be studied and you have your hard drive checked in the same day.
I wouldn't say studied personally. I'd say put on an island somewhere and guarded by the military. Personally speaking, I think all the worst serial killers, child ex-offenders, and women attackers should all go into one island in the middle of the ocean that humans build, and we guard it with all of our country's military. I think we should put all the worst humans in one place. That's what I think.
Because no kid should see or witness that.
Sounds like a bad idea, but you give them no internet. You give them no internet, right? And you make the military control them. So...
Ever. And it's always the same. It's always the same. As soon as they get a glimpse or a speck of that, you don't agree with them, they quickly resort to violence and just being aggressive and all that. It's honestly the same stuff we see. The loving and compassionate, yet again, being loving and compassionate. And you know what I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen? They all look the same. Rip it.
That poor elephant, man.
That elephant's got his work cut out for him.
Hampir robek, hampir patah tulang.
I hope I look beautiful. Let me check my hair. Forget about the fact you're sitting on a fucking living creature. It's like a beautiful thing.
I've never seen an elephant struggle to stand up.
That poor creature, man. That poor creature.
That's all I'm going to say about that one.
That's like me riding a dog.
What's happening? I just had my appointment from Planned Parenthood canceled for my hormones because due to the reconciliation bill, I just had my appointment canceled from Planned Parenthood due to the reconciliation bill that just passed. Medicaid's no longer covered through Planned Parenthood.
I've seen a lot of this, like a lot of these people taking blockers, hormone stuff, all these drugs that are just doing the absolute craziest stuff to people's bodies. If anything, how the hell they would, given out willy-nilly in the first place, I don't know. The fact that...
Because medical companies made profit every time someone got a prescription for them. So what these medical companies do is they don't cure illnesses, they treat them. They don't solve the problems, they make money from them. Because if they solve them, they can't make any more money from it. So they treat people instead of curing people because it makes more money. So what they'll do is give out medications that cause more problems. So then you need to buy more pills to deal with their more problems. so they make more profit. And then those new pills to deal with the new problems will also have new problems you have to deal with, and you'll need some more, guess what? Pills for it. And guess who makes more money? The medical companies.
They're being more, secluded from people, if anything, is a good thing. Because a lot of people just need to get resetted back to their original settings, because a lot of them are living in dream world. I'm not going to talk down to people who take, anxiety pills, depression pills. People are trying to get better. But I think resorting to a pharmaceutical drug, if anything...
I think anxiety and depression can be cured with social treatment. So anxiety and depression can definitely be cured with non-medical treatments, like social engagements with your friends and family, getting out of the house and into nature, going for long walks, maybe getting a dog and going for walks with the dog every day. Cooking can do that, Sitting there stressing about the fact you can't get tablets for anxiety. Everyone has anxiety, and everyone feels depressed sometimes. You need to build tools and methods to deal with it instead of going, oh, I'll just take a pill. Like, that's not how it's going to work in your life. And if it is how it's going to work, your life's not going to be very good, to be honest. You're going to spend the entire time off your face on a medication. You won't be you, will you? You'll be something else.
It makes you worse, and I'm talking from experience, when I was younger. And the best thing for me was investing in myself. Health, wealth, fitness, the list goes on. That really is the cure for a lot of those things that a pill just won't do.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Keep walking. These people, I'm about to hit.
Hey, no, that's not.
No.
Hey, let him think, man. Like,
I'm not talking to you, sir. Don't talk to me.
I find it amazing when members of the public somehow think they're the boss. And it's just like, no, you ain't, bitch. Like, we equals here.
Well...
Like, she has no more authority here than him. She's literally just a normal citizen. She has no authority.
You're being kind of a jerk.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm not talking to you either, sir.
I'm just going to talk out.
I don't want to.
I'm going to say that
so don't talk to me.
just don't raise your children and brainwash or indoctrinate them. Let them think for themselves.
Right. Yeah, a lot of these people say they're not brainwashing their kids, but then they'll go home and tell them that male and females, there's no difference. They're the same. You can transition into any one you want, either one, whichever you feel like. You can identify as a flipping F1 fighter jet if you feel like it. And then they say they're not brainwashing their kids.
This is what I say, like, literally, if a man can walk around in a dress and claim he's a woman, then I can solve the dark matter problem and claim I'm the smartest man in the world. It's as simple as that. There's nothing you can do about it. And until men stop wearing dresses and calling themselves women, I will be the smartest man in the world. There's nothing anyone can do about it.
You can't work a job because of your dog separation anxiety. At that point, you are not going to survive in society. And there is no budget I can make.
And my therapist has come to the recommendation that I not have a direct boss.
Girl, you're not going to survive. Everyone has a boss.
Do you?
I don't have a boss. Well, I'm my boss and my girlfriend, I guess, in some way, but I'm more the boss, so I don't really have a boss. There's authority higher than me who have the power to tell me what to do, like the police and, things like that, and the government, but I don't have a boss. Like, literally, I am my own boss. I decide when I work, I decide when I don't work, I decide when I do what I do when I do it. Nobody is my boss, so it's not possible for everyone, I get that. Like, I've had many full-time jobs where I wasn't the boss, and you have to do what you're told. You do as you're told, you do your work, and you do a good job. That's it. And if you don't, there's trouble.
Yes, the audience.
Uh-huh.
I have a boss. The platform that I'm on, I have to follow the rules and regulations.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not... although I'm on YouTube and I have a channel, right, I'm not making any money from it. So, if they block my video because I swear and stuff, I don't really care. YouTube is not my boss. They are my moderator. That's what they are. YouTube is my moderator. They're not my fucking boss, alright? No one is my fucking boss. I am my boss.
or else no money. Every month it is getting more competitive to get a remote job. More people are getting laid off in tech and everyone wants a remote job. You are competing with the top of the top of the top. In-person is what gets you an income next week. We can get you an in-person job because you're not...
job, where am I going to put my dog for an in-person job? She has severe separation anxiety and she ate through my door.
You might have to surrender the dog if you cannot survive as a human being. Because if you're not able to survive, they're not able to survive.
And
he's right. He's right. If she can't work because the dog has anxiety issues, then she needs to get rid of the dog. I'm sorry, but if she can't survive, she can't feed the dog, she'd lose the dog anyway. Like, give the dog a good home.
If she's in that position, why did she choose to get a dog?
Because she was lonely and couldn't get a man, so she thought a dog would be a better idea. Come on, Sam, we know this.
Get pets when they can actually look after them. Well, most people do. I know a lot.
Just look at her. Like, I'm telling you, she was lonely. She was definitely lonely. That's why she got the dog.
Doors all day. You know, if someone's at home all day, you're in a position to do that, people do it. Or leave it with a friend, a family member, whatever. But revolving your whole life and then struggling, just having your head above water for the sake of that dog. Yeah. I don't think that's going to pay the bills.
The destruction of this scale is dedicated to all of the women whose lives have been ruined and ruled by it. This is for us, ladies. Safety
No way.
first.
Well, she's going to stand on it. Like, is that how she's going to break it? She's going to stand on it.
No way. Surely not.
I'm tired of you stealing my life. I'm tired of you making me feel if I'm good or bad. I'm tired of you deciding.
Maybe if she went for a fucking run, instead of hitting the scale with a hammer, it might give her the numbers she wants. Do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't rocket science. She's fat because she doesn't do enough exercise. She eats too much food. So she's attacking a scale because she thinks the scale has too much power over her life. The scale has so much power over her life because she doesn't do enough running and she eats too much food. That's literally all it is. It's not the scale's fault she's fat, is it?
All my day is no more of you deciding my life. No more of you stealing life from me. This is that.
Sirius is so... Literally, a scale is literally just a bit of technology that gives you a measurement. It's literally like a tape measure for weight. And she's kicking off with it for telling her what she asked it to tell her. When you stand on a weight machine, right, you're basically asking it to tell you how much you weigh, aren't you? Even though it's a machine, you're saying, here, how much do I weigh? And she is attacking it for not giving it the answer she wants. This is a 30, 40, 50-year-old woman.
Keep doing that, you know, overhead slams with the hammer. You might actually get the result you want. You know, do that for half an hour a day. You'll get a sweat on. So if anything, it's actually a good thing. She's doing a bit of exercise for a change. And she said...
She'd get far more weight loss if she just went for a run. Fucking hell. She went for a run for half an hour every day. She'd sharp lose that fucking fat, wouldn't she? She wouldn't be fat anymore.
And she's tired of that scale. Sounds like to me she's tired of the truth. A lot of these people are.
Yeah, tired of the truth. 100%.
They just run from it. Well, I don't know if she would run from it, but you know...
Yeah, I don't think she's ran a day in her life. I think the last time she ran was for a bus.
Most people do.
I went on a date and it's like... It was good. And then yet, like, I'm just tired of, like, I don't know. The bill came.
Here we go.
The bill was the problem. It's always the bill that was the problem. Not the man, but the fact that she had to pay for the experience was the problem.
The bill didn't come. He asked for the bill. And in French, he said 2 bills. And then so they came. And I was like, if someone says, I want to take you out, then I want to be taken out, which means to me to pay and whatever. So
no, but I'm not being funny, women. You need to get this out of your head that when you just met a man, that because he's asked you out, he's expected to pay. I'm sorry, I think Sam would agree with you, but personally, I disagree, right? I don't mind paying for a girl who I know, who's my girlfriend. No problem. But you think I'm going to pay for you, some random woman I've never met, and this is the first time I'm meeting you? Like, I would, if you give me a reason to, but if you don't give me a reason to, I'm not going to. And clearly, you didn't give this man a reason to pay. So, he made you pay. For half. And he paid his half. That's perfectly reasonable. Men are not cash machines, women. We are not cash machines. So, if you think you can take a man on a date and then go on YouTube and cry because he made you pay for the food you ordered, you're not the victim here. You're a predator who's trying to prey on vulnerable men to get free food. You're no different to a rapist, except you're taking free food. But that's what you are. You're forcing men via emotional manipulation and through social shaming to try and make them give you free food. Fuck off, pay for your own food.
We did that, I paid, and it's fine. And then after...
Oh, really? It was fine?
I was honest, and I just said it. Like, I don't know, because I said, like, yeah, I thought you were going to take me out. And, like...
He did take you out. You went to a restaurant. Someone taking you out is them going out with you. That's not them paying.
To me, that means pay.
No, it doesn't. See, the words taking you out means taking you out. And paying for you means paying for you. They're not the same thing, are they? That's like saying the sky and the ocean are the same because they're both blue. No, she's trying to emotionally manipulate men via social shaming into giving her free food. She's a predator. She's literally a female predator.
And then suddenly his English wasn't so good anymore. When he was like, I don't understand what you mean. I was honest and like, whatever, what else do I have to lose? I just want to be honest because there's a way that I want to be treated. And like, I might as well just tell someone, like, what else do I have to lose? I don't know. And then like afterwards he was like, next time I'll pay. Like unprompted, he said that after we were having another conversation. I said, okay. And then he said, are you free this week? And I said, yeah. And then I texted him after and I'm like, I had a nice time, thanks. And then he read it and didn't respond. And it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, I'm just tired of... I'm happy I was honest. But, like, I just, like, want a fucking gentleman.
Do you know what I mean? Right? This really bugs me that women... She expects a gentleman, but she didn't act like a lady, did she? If you want a gentleman, then you need to be a lady. Which means modest clothing, modest behaviour, respectable attitude, and, you know, you need to have some elegance about you, some decorum, some sophistication. You think you can just rock up to a McDonald's and get treated like a gentleman? No. He might open the door for you. He might pay for you. You're not getting the gentleman treatment unless you lay down the girlfriend package. If you lay down the girlfriend package, you get the gentleman treatment. But you have to act like a lady. You have to act like a lady to be treated by a gentleman. Because gentlemen don't deal with whores and prostitutes and women who are trying to get free food out of you. We're not stupid. You're having a laugh. Like, a gentleman is looking for a modest woman who's well-behaved, well-respectable, hard-working, loving, caring, and has the potential to be a fantastic mother. If you hit those bills, every gentleman in the world will come after you if you're, decent looking enough, right? Every decent gentleman in the world would come for you. But if you, walk out with your tits hanging out, a short skirt, you're not a lady, are you? You're dressed like someone on the corner selling herself. Men like modesty, women. You have this idea that because you show loads of skin and it gets men's attention, that's a good way to get men's attention. But it's the wrong kind of attention. It's the non-relationship kind of attention. So when you're going for a relationship with a man and you're using non-relationship methods, right? You're not going to get a relationship, are you? You need modesty. You need going online after a date and crying about having to pay is not well behaved. So not only did this man reject her, but every man who sees this is going to reject her. And the only men who will want her are the ones who see this as a vulnerability and will take advantage of her for it. With no interest of having a relationship, just using her for sex. The way she used men for money. And they won't feel bad about it. They won't feel bad about it in the slightest because she was trying to use a man for food. So they'll think them using her for sex is no different. And it's worse, but it is no different. So, you just need to use your fucking brains, right? It's that simple. It's that simple. If you want to be treated by a man like he's a gentleman, then you need to act like a lady. Otherwise, you're not going to get that, are you? I mean, this isn't rocket science. Like, this is basic human behaviour. Basic human behaviour.
I mean, you want a walking wallet. It's funny how they put gentlemen alongside, you know, they just meet a guy for the first time and they refuse to pay or even cover half the bill. You know, most good women out there, they're willing to contribute to that bill. Wouldn't it be great if every time we got taken out, you know, we never paid? But we don't live in that.
Honestly, right? There's been times where I've gone out for a meal with my girlfriend and she pays, right? And I've had people try and take the piss for it, and it's like I pay for loads of meals, and my girlfriend wants to pay, otherwise she feels bad that I'm always paying. And if she was always paying, I would feel bad, because when she paid for like 3 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row, when I was a little bit skinned, I felt really bad, because like she'd been paying all the time. So then I kind of made sure to pay loads, and then she felt bad because I'd paid loads. Like, that's a healthy relationship where both people care about each other's interests, right? Whereas if it's all, I don't want to pay, and the other person's, well, I don't want to pay, like, it does need to be not 50-50, right? It doesn't have to be 50-50, but it needs to be, like, fair. It needs to be fair. Like, you can't have women getting free food and free drink all their lives. No. What planet do you females think this is? Free Earth? No. You have to earn stuff here. So if you want the gentleman treatment, you have to act like a lady. If you want the free food, you're probably going to have to put out, aren't you? Like, not being funny, you're going to have to put out. Most men are not going to give you the free food unless you put out. And if you want a relationship and you put out for free food, the man's not going to think you're a relationship material because you put out for free food. So you will just not get the relationship. It's not as easy as you women think.
That world, and it's the common decency of willing, even just a woman getting out her purse and saying, you know, I don't mind covering half. That's a nice thing to do. But these women don't want to do that. When the bill comes, they're like this. They're just, you know, they want the princess treatment. But I thought women wanted equality. So I'm clearly missing something here. Women want equality, but when it comes to financial things and equality there, we should leave that to the men. Make it make sense.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
It's really changed the sound,
I'm just
actually,
gonna
because
go
it's coming
ahead
from my TV behind me over there. Might be causing an echo on the mic. I should have checked.
And this will come as a shock to literally nobody, but I don't care if somebody is here illegally if they're just trying to live their lives.
If you've got that many piercings in your face, do you know what that tells me as a man instantly? Right? I claim to be the smartest man in the world, and let me tell you why. It's because I understand people very well. I understand people very, very well. Now, why would you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8 piercings in the middle of your face. Just think about that for a second. What purpose on earth would someone have to do that? Let me tell you. Because she has no confidence in the rest of her body. The one thing she actually thinks about herself that's okay is her eyes, her nose, and her mouth. So what she has done is try to draw everyone's attention to that. Because she doesn't like her hair. She doesn't like the rest of her. She doesn't like her body. You know. So what she's done is she's put loads of piercings in the middle of her face here. So everyone looks here and doesn't look here. Doesn't look at the rest of her because she's self-conscious about the rest of her. Why else would you put a load of piercings in the middle of your face? I can understand 1, maybe 2, even 3, you know, like an eyebrow piercing, a nose piercing, and a lip piercing. That's not even that excessive, really. That's not that. That's fair. But that level of piercings in the middle of your face, yeah. Self-confidence and insecurity caused by body issues or body insecurity. Like, sometimes people's actions speak far louder than their words.
I honestly don't care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't take anything away from my life. It doesn't change my life in any way. I've lived in majority Hispanic neighborhoods.
Yeah, but it could do. And it has done to a lot of people.
And I'm sure that some of my neighbors were probably not from around these parts. But you know what happened to me? The worst thing that ever happened? They watched my son and gave me tamales. Maybe I had to listen to mariachi music up until like 11 o'clock at night for somebody's quinceañera. Like, my philosophy for a very long time has been minding my own goddamn business. And if more people would just kind of, you know, mind their own goddamn business, you wouldn't be bothered by this shit either. So yeah, fuck ICE. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck everything that the MAGA administration is doing right now.
This is the thing. You guys will have to let me know. My American viewers, do let me know what you think of this one. I do listen to you guys when you comment about videos like this. But they're very different. Immigration, right, when it's done properly, great. Fantastic. But illegal immigration is a completely different thing. Two very different things. People can go to a country legally or illegally.
Yeah, I agree. See, I'm with Sam on this one, right? I have no problem with legal migration. Right, no problem whatsoever. But illegal migration is a problem. Because it's the equivalent, it's the same as not having a front door. And if you don't have a door to your house, it's just an open door frame, that's a problem. Because anyone can walk in and out of your house. Like, that's the problem, isn't it? You wouldn't do that to your house, so why would you do it to your country? I've got no problem with someone who wants to come over here and work, raise their family, pay taxes, not commit crimes, you know, even practice their own religion. You know, we've got plenty Islamic people in the UK, Hindus, Sikhs, Jews. There's literally, at this very second, 15,000 Jewish people surrounding me. I'm literally surrounded by Jewish people here. Lovely people mostly. The kids can be a bit cheeky sometimes, calling me, you know, goy and playing little games and try to speak to the goy. But, you know, I have my own religion. That's fine. So, I don't have a problem with that as long as they work hard and are peaceful. Don't care. Don't give a fuck. But if you come here illegally to not work and sponge off my benefit system, so to speak, you know, free benefits, these sorts of things, and you're not even from this country, you didn't pay into that system of taxes, that's a problem. Because we already have enough benefit scroungers in the UK who are English, who have never worked. We don't need people from other countries who have never worked coming to England not to work to scrounge off the benefit system. Because at least those people who were born in England, at least their families paid into the tax system. At least their families have kind of paid for them, so to speak. When you've got someone who comes from another country illegally, they haven't paid into the system, so they cannot get the reward. That's how it works. I myself have spent like more than 10 years working various jobs, full-time jobs, paying taxes, and other years after that, part-time jobs, right? So I've paid a massive, massive amounts of taxes in my life. Like, so if I sit on benefits, I don't give a fuck because I paid for that. Like, I paid into the system for that. So when I was unwell and I broke my leg or something, I was okay. That's what my taxes are for. But it's not for someone from some other country to illegally come here and get the free shit when they haven't contributed. You can't contribute nothing and get the rewards. No.
Two different things, and I'm confused. Do these people understand the difference? It doesn't seem like they do. But people, you know, doing illegal activities, crimes and stuff, we got no idea who they are, where they're from, no ID, no name, no nothing, and they're committing crimes in broad daylight. That is a problem.
Today years old when I found out that being on EBT can give you benefits other than just food, even if it's just food benefits.
You can just look at this person and just be like, oh my god. Like, father clearly wasn't at home. Mother clearly gave them too much attention, gave them what they wanted, never disciplined them. They've clearly never had a fight in their life. Otherwise, they definitely wouldn't have some hoops in their ears because that's a bad idea in a fight. And the pink hair clearly decided to be homosexual for attention, to be different, because didn't want to be one of the straight boys because they were mean and nasty. Didn't want to be like them. I want to be different. Like, I've literally just summed this person's fucking life up in 60 seconds.
For example, apparently I can go to the aquarium in my area for $3 instead of $30. That's sick as hell. I will be going to the aquarium today.
Stop it. Get some help.
So I was like worried I would get drafted, but like I'm
As what? A bulldozer?
35, or I'll be turning 35 in September. I'm flat-footed, schizoaffective. I have
Hey, I'm schizoaffective as well. Hey, join the club. At least there's another one out there with a
ADHD. I'm on the spectrum. I mean,
I am not on the spectrum. Well, actually, that's wrong. We are all on the spectrum. Everyone is on the spectrum, okay? Think of it. You have a spectrum of colours. It has every colours. You have the spectrum of autism. It has everyone on it, even those who are not autistic, okay? It's a spectrum. Everyone's on it. The same as the spectrum of colours has every colour. The spectrum of wavelengths includes all wavelengths. I mean, do you not know what a spectrum is? I don't think people know what a spectrum is.
active. I have ADHD. I'm on the spectrum. I mean, other than being obese as heck, which I'm pretty sure the army would like get that out of me. But other
No doubt. No doubt. She'd be six-packed and pecked within 6 months.
than that, I'm really great at laser tag. I'm playing those hunting games in the arc.
I think wars are very different from laser tag. What a...
Yeah. People think war's like Call of Duty. They just respawn.
dumb thing to say.
Arcade. Hey Trump, does this look like it can fight a war?
Yes. It looks like it would send the enemy running the other way. So next time there's a war, we're going to put her at the front line and get her to do that. And the enemy will run. They'll fucking run.
Do some stupid shit like this. Where is your dad? Where is your mom? Where is your family?
There's no way this person watched that back and thought, yeah, I'm going to upload that. Like, this is why...
In all fairness, right, I reckon it took them a lot of confidence to try and do that video. Like, to try and tell the world all their problems and try and make a joke about it. Like, at least she's tried to be funny. At least she's tried. But, yeah, I agree. The video wasn't great. But I've made worse, so I don't really care.
I say that these people just live in delusion world. They think wars are like it's a game. And, you know, imagine the people who have fought and died for their country and they've got to listen to stuff like that.
I think she was just joking, though. She wasn't really being serious about the laser tag thing. She was trying to... I don't see a problem with the light-hearted humour, but I can get where Sam's coming from, that like it's a bit disrespectful to soldiers who actually fought in wars and lost their friends to compare it to laser tag. But Some soldiers would have laughed their arse off at that, you know? They would have just pissed themselves laughing. Some would have got upset about it. I think it depends on the soldier, to be honest.
It's like that, where it's just brought down to like, oh, yeah, it's you know, like laser tag, it's fine. You know, it's just a casual thing. War is no joke, and people who go to war, more often than not, they never come back the same person.
They never come back the same person, Sam. Even if they seem like the same person, they're not the same person. Once you see the things that people see in war, even if you didn't do anything, if you didn't partake in it, you just saw the pictures, you heard the stories, you seen the injuries, you saw the people with no legs or no arms and their faces burnt off, right? It changes you. Nobody is unchanged from war. I don't care who you are, nobody is. Even a psychopath is changed by war because it's an understanding that there's a change in the social environment and they would have to change their behaviour. So even like serial killers fucking change in war. Promise you.
It's because these people have been wrapped in bubble wrap their whole life. They got no idea how it is outside of that.
Let me explain something. If you know that was a man that's converted into a woman, and
I've seen this before. Basically, this guy on the right is that the son of the guy on the left, and the guy on the right holds the belief that if you date a trans woman who's a biological male, you're not gay. And the guy on the left is of the opinion that because he was born a man, even though they identify as a woman, you are gay. And I personally agree with the guy on the left. If you're dating a biological man, it doesn't matter how many surgeries they've had or how many doctors have had a knife at them, you're gay. You're definitely gay. 100% gay. Don't care what you say, you're gay.
you consciously choose that relationship with that person, which is fine, you're gay. It's okay, but you're gay.
I disagree.
It's perfectly okay to be gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay if people are gay. It doesn't mean you need to act like a woman, but if you're gay, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're dating a biological male who has changed and now identifies as a female, you're gay. You're definitely gay.
So this debate is between a father and son. The father saying, if you're a dude and you're going to date a trans woman, which is actually a dude, as we all know, that makes you gay, right? That's pretty much what you guys are thinking as well. But the son is saying, you can do that, but it doesn't make you gay. Not sure how he's come to that conclusion, but let's get into it.
It's because he's struggling to understand how he doesn't want to call himself gay. He must be gay, you see. That was his way of coming out to his dad.
Sports Illustrated is about showing attractive women in swimsuits, right? It's about showing attractive women in swimsuits. It's not about showing skinny women in swimsuits.
Okay.
Most people just find skinny women attractive, so we associate
let's talk
that.
about that. First of all, if you're a guy that finds transgender women attractive, it's okay, but you're gay.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gay.
No.
Yeah, you're gay.
If you know, no. Let me explain something. If you know that was a man that's converted into a woman, and you consciously choose that relationship with that person, which is fine, you're gay. It's okay.
Yeah, you're gay. Yeah, you're gay.
Okay, but you're gay.
I disagree.
You are
I don't
not,
think you're fully straight, but I don't think
you
you're
are.
gay.
You are 100% gay.
Yeah, straight off the bat, I'm with the father here.
100%. 100%. The only time you're not gay is if you didn't know they were a man. So if you've got the situation where someone didn't know someone was a man, they thought they were a female, then that's not gay. Then it comes down to what did they do when they found out. Because a straight man would leave, break up the relationship, probably beat the fuck out of them as well, to be honest, because it'd be RAPE. You can't consent to sex with someone if they didn't tell you their original biological sex. I think that's RAPE. Like, literally, if a trans person was to trick you into sleeping with them and didn't tell you their original gender, that's sexual assault. They can go to prison for forced penetration. I promise you. I promise you. They tricked you. It's RAPE. So, that situation should never arise where you don't know they're a man and they're dressing as a woman. That should never actually come about because it would be sexual assault. Okay? But if someone didn't know and found out after dating them and, whatnot, that would be dependent on how they reacted. But then they're a victim of RAPE. So it's I don't know. It's difficult. If you know they're a man and they're identifying as a woman, and you get in a relationship with them, you're gay. But if you don't know, I think it depends on how you act when you find out.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. I mean, for the son, I don't know if he's trying to tell his father something. That's a crazy way to do it. I mean, you know, this father and son are having this debate on the internet. I mean, that's not something you come across every day. This is a crazy way to find out about your son. That's all I'm going to say. Man.
Yeah, I think anyone who's trying to defend the idea that dating a trans man, a woman who's was born as a man, is not gay, is definitely gay and trying to cope. He's definitely trying to cope.
What if the what if the person had
by the
full
way-
surgery, so they
by
have a
the way-
vagina,
By the way,
they have
by the way,
boobs?
by the way, I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that.
So
Right,
wait, so-
wait, you do understand what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a surgery where they have a vagina and breasts, right? They still were born a man. They are genetically, biologically, mentally, and emotionally a man. So if you're attracted to them and you know that they were born as a man, you're gay. You're gay. There's nothing wrong with it, but you're gay, okay?
I'm not making a judgment call mean like you're crazy. I'm saying, but you're gay.
So you're
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with doing it. If you want to do it, do it. But you can't be saying you're straight. But there's a lot of people who do. The crazy thing is there's a movement that says if a man in a dress approaches you, right, you watching, say you're single, I don't know if you're in a relationship or whatever, but say a dude in a dress approaches you and you know it's a dude, you've got to date them anyway because they're presenting themselves and they're saying they're a woman. And if you don't, you're transphobic.
Yeah, well, that's heterophobic. That's heterophobic. They can go fuck themselves.
You're this, you're that. How crazy is that?
I'm gonna post a status on Facebook. That's my new blessed tune. Bam. Heterophobic. I think I spelt fucking heterophobic wrong. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's right. Anyway. Fucking sick of people getting transphobic. Might as well call them heterophobic, or the people who are calling people transphobic. Give them a bit of their own medicine.
We're only attracted to mom because she has an X and X chromosome. Okay. Why are you attracted to mom?
By the way, you can look at the woman that's on this. Let me say something for a moment. The woman, that black Asian chick that's on the front cover, you can look and say she's attractive, has a great body. You could find her visually attractive. I understand that.
Okay.
But if you know that she was born a man and converted to a woman, and you have a relationship and fall in love with a man,
He threw mum in the mix as well. That's wild.
you're gay.
No, I disagree.
Okay, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay,
But so wait, but why?
Because there are transsexuals or transvestites. You see, they're like, oh my god, that's a
Transgender.
dude. No, okay. they call transsexuals
but that's not what they're called anymore.
I don't care. I'm telling you what. Okay.
I tell you what. If you were born from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, right, you will call trans people trannies or transvestites, right? If you're from the 90s to 2010, you will call them transsexual, right? But if you were born from like probably like 2005 or 2010 onwards, I bet you call them transgender. But when I was a kid, everyone would call them trannies, transvestites, and transsexuals. They were not called transgender. I can promise you that. No, they fucking were not.
See, that's the thing. You with the labels and drinking the cool.
That's not me drinking the Kool-Aid. Just not. That's not the term.
Okay.
Yeah, and the term isn't schizo, but I bet you don't fucking call everyone who's a schizophrenic, and people who aren't schizophrenics, you still call them schizos, and he probably calls people retards who haven't got retardation. He probably says lots of things that aren't accurate in his mind, technically, but he does it anyway. So it's just a hypocrite. He's just a fucking... He is literally gay, and he's too afraid to tell his dad. That's all it is. He's gay, he's too afraid to tell his dad. But his dad already knows. He's not stupid.
If someone's transvestite...
Okay, guys, I think we're all thinking the same here.
He's gay.
Yeah. I think his son is cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, he's even correcting his dad on the way he's speaking about him. And we hear that a lot on the channel, don't we? When we watch videos about certain people saying certain things.
The fact of the matter is, if the entire trans community can try and label everyone as transphobic, then we can call them transsexual instead of transgender. There's nothing they can fucking do about it. Like, transsexual is not an offensive term. They've transitioned their sex. They can say it's their gender, but you can't change gender. You're still biologically a man just dressing as a woman. So it's transsexual. The only reason people stopped saying it is because everyone got cancelled for it. But it was correct. Transsexual is correct. Because you can't change gender or sex. They've transitioned their sex to another sex. Do you know what I mean? So one day some trans person woke up and was like, I don't like being called transsexual anymore. I want to be called transgender. That's basically what happened, and you all just went along with it.
Yeah, that's a very left thing to do.
Transvestite is like also, it means a different thing.
Correct. Or
Yeah.
transgender or transsexual, whatever it is. I'd be like, fuck, like that person could be hot. That's just visual. But if you choose to have a relationship with them, you're either gay or bi.
Right.
And again, it's no big deal. Who cares?
So,
yeah.
That's my opinion. Let's go back to those comments.
No, but that's
that's another good point. Like, this is the thing with the left. No one cares. Like, no one cares who you're dating, what you decide to do behind closed doors. And it's the left who are trying to push that on everyone and trying to normalize it for everyone else's life. If they make a decision to date a certain someone, they want everyone else to be able to date them. And if they don't, you're in the wrong. Nobody cares. Let everyone do what they want to do.
Right, I've got a theory about this. I've got a theory, but I'm going to need to put on my conspiracy hat. Right, so this is my conspiracy chef's hat, where I use it to cook up conspiracy theories, right? So, there we go. Right, fucking hell, it looks hilarious. Right, so, now, let me tell you this conspiracy, now that I've got my hat on straight. So, this whole transgender movement thing that I believe that's been pushed on everyone, that Americans call a liberal woke thing, but it's not. It's a direct attack on Western civilization and society by our enemies. Sounds so ridiculous. So, basically, right, I think 20 years ago, a few countries got together, like China and Russia and Korea, and a few other ones, and decided that they didn't like the direction the world was heading, but they were powerless to stop the UK and Europe and America from the direction we were heading. So what they were going to do was make us weak from the inside so that they could take charge. And the easiest way to make us weak was to divide us against each other. So I believe that all these transgender people have been intentionally brainwashed by various people who themselves were brainwashed back to China and Russia, basically, because that way our society became weaker, our countries became weaker, and we became easy prey to the big dogs, right? So I actually believe that this isn't a liberal woke movement. I believe it's a far-right ploy by foreign countries to weaken the US and the UK and Europe so we are vulnerable. I don't think this has all happened by coincidence. I think it was done during COVID with TikTok. I think TikTok was used by the Chinese. The Russians had one as well. They used it to infect the youth of both the UK and the USA's mind to believe in this fantasy world where you can change your gender, like, what? Like, to all these kids, because it weakened us. I think it was done intentionally, right, to weaken the USA and the UK, so our enemies were able to attack us, because before that, we were too strong. They would never win. Whereas now, we are weak, we are vulnerable, we are ripe for the picking, okay? And why? All this kind of bullshit. All this kind of bullshit. So yeah, that's my little conspiracy theory there. Take my hat off now.
If people want to date dudes in a dress, let them. It's got nothing to do with me. And I for damn sure ain't doing it and normalising it. And a lot of people aren't. But, man.
Interesting. So why are you attracted to mom?
Yikes.
Like, why do you love mom outside of, like, the bond you built, let's say? Like, why? Well, like, you're a straight man. So what was it about mom that because you're straight that you fell in love with?
If I found
No.
if I found she was a guy and looked the way she is, I would not be with her.
No, that's not.
The Sacrotool Mini Multifunctional Table Saw is the ultimate cutting tool for creators who demand precision without the bulk.
Fucking adverts, man. I'm going to have to get premium, aren't I?
I wouldn't be with her.
Bastards.
So if today...
Wouldn't be with him, you mean?
You live your whole life with mom. Whatever.
Yeah, wouldn't be with him, you mean?
Whatever. If today you found out that she transitioned.
After 30 years?
Yeah. Would you be like, fuck, I'm gay? Or would you be like, no, I fell in love with this person. She says she's a woman.
He has a son with her, so it's not possible that she was a man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not possible.
I'm attracted to her, so that's what it is.
But that's different than what I'm saying.
That
because
is
if you
That's one of the most attractive things about a single mother, you know? You can guarantee they're a woman because they gave birth. Unless it's adopted, you know, fine. But if someone has a child and they gave birth to that child, you know they're a woman. You can guarantee they are not trans.
consciously know that the person.
No, but I'm asking you, what is attraction then?
Attraction is different than sexuality.
So you say you're straight, you're attracted to women. What is it about mom that attracts?
You're his son. You came from a man and a woman, from your parents, your mum and dad. What is he talking about? This is
gobbledygook. That's what he's talking, gobbledygook, because he's been brainwashed and programmed to regurgitate this bullshit so he can defend the lie, the delusion. And so it's basically error, does not compute, error. That's what his brain's like at the minute. He just doesn't understand.
I don't even know if they should be having this conversation on the internet, really.
I think it's quite respectful that a father and son can have this conversation, but I think it's more respectful for the father because he's teaching him the correct truth, and it's embarrassing for the son because he's showing that he doesn't have a fucking clue. He literally doesn't have a clue.
Don't you guys think... Man.
Attracted you. Why did you want to keep dating her?
Well, first it's visual.
Okay, so and what does that mean? Boobs, curves, long hair, feminine features.
What I found attractive.
Right? Okay, so feminine features.
Right.
Okay, so feminine physical features is what you first attracted.
Visual, same thing.
And the fact we know she's a female because that's what straight people are attracted to. You know, this logic applies to women as well. Women...
It's like saying, right, if I dress up like a dog and then Hang on. No, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. But you can change this, right? So the son's saying that, because a man dressed as a woman, and he's got all the features of a woman and acts like a woman, how are they not a woman, right? So if I dress up like a dog and act like a dog, right? If then other dogs are not attracted to me, right? Is that because those dogs are intolerant? Or is it because those dogs can smell I'm a human and not a dog, so are not attracted to me? Do you know what I mean? That's the same sort of shit. Like, you can't just dress up like a panda and go and trick all the pandas that you're a panda, can you? It's like the two midgets in a coat thing, trying to get into a nightclub.
They're attracted to men because they're attracted to men, the opposite sex. That's just how we're hardwired.
Right? I said to you about visual.
Okay, so then
you could look.
So then
wait,
continuing
that
on.
girl on the Sports Illustrated, every guy would say she's attractive.
Right. So then continuing on.
Then
What was it about mom being?
No straight man would call a trans woman attractive if they knew they're a biological man. They could say, oh yeah, if they were a woman, they'd be good looking, sure. But because you know they're a man, they can't be attractive unless you're gay. Unless you're gay.
A woman that made you want to be with her.
As you get to know the person,
Right, but what about her being a woman? Like specifically that she has that a man doesn't that made you like her?
Well, first of all, knowing that she's not a man.
Yeah. But why? But that's what I'm asking you. Why?
How do you even answer that?
What kind of question is
I'm
that?
not sure.
But like,
How do you answer that?
so
what attracted
like,
you?
why are you attracted to women besides the physicality?
Women just have a different nature to men. A complete different nature. They're caring. They're sensitive. They have emotional understanding far beyond that of any man. Like they have the ability to teach emotional intelligence to children. Like you can't fake being a woman, just like I can't fake being Usain Bolt. I could try and say, I'm the same height. I could even put blackface on and put a Jamaican accent on and be like, yeah, man, I'm Usain Bolt, man. But I damn well couldn't run 100 meters in 9 seconds, I tell you. Damn well. Maybe 13 at best. Maybe. If I'm lucky. Could I do 100 meters in 13 seconds? No, I don't think I could do that anymore. Maybe in my youth. Probably 14 seconds now, 15 seconds. Getting old, boys. Getting old. Man, that's sad. Getting slow. But I'm powerful.
I can give you answers why I'm attracted.
I just don't find guys attractive.
But you've never thought about that. I could tell you why I'm attracted to women, not including any of their physical features.
No, you're gay.
I don't know if you are, mate.
No, I think he's gay.
I really
gay.
don't. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. I know.
No, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Nothing wrong with being gay. But here's the thing, right? Gay men are attracted to men, not women. So why would a gay man, be attracted to a boy or male who acted like a woman when gay men are attracted to males? So why do some gay men act like females? It makes no sense. It's almost like they're trying to repel gay men, even though they themselves are a gay man. You see these very camp, feminine men who think that that's a normal behaviour for a gay man. It's not, right? It's because they have an over-excessive influence of females in their life and a lack of males in their childhood. It's not always their fault or their parents. It's just the way things are. But you can guarantee the most camp and most feminine men didn't have men around. The ones who talk like this, talk like I'm a woman. Those men didn't have fathers at home. They didn't have brothers. They didn't have uncles. There was no men around, and women entirely raised them. So the only way they know how to talk and behave is like a woman, because they didn't have any men around. So they literally don't know how to behave like a man. So when you get one of these men who has been raised entirely by women with no male influence, who talks like this, acts and behaves like a little fanny, right? And then they can't find a relationship, and they think it's everyone else's problem. But it's because gay men are attracted to men, not men who act like women. So unfortunately, when you get these men who grow up entirely with female influence and no men, and they are homosexual, they become very lonely, desperate individuals because even the gay men don't want them because they're not manly enough. They're too womanly. They're too feminine. Like, the same as women are not attracted to like girly men. A woman doesn't mind a man who's in touch with his feminine side or has an understanding of females, but a man who acts like a woman, nah. Women aren't attracted to that, and neither are gay men. Like, but this is literally the reason why you have some men who act and behave like women is because they didn't have fathers, they didn't have brothers. You know, there was no men in their childhood. So their entire understanding of how a human behaves is copied from women. So they act like a woman.
People who are gay. But saying that if you're going to choose to date a man in a dress, does it make you gay, is what you're saying? That's bonkers. And I don't know if his dad knows. I mean, surely he must do.
I can tell you right now, his dad is far smarter than he comes across. And he comes across quite smart. He's just a very patient, understanding man. And he knows full well that his son has gay feelings. But he might be bi, you see. Might be both. He might just be a straight person who's gay, which is bi.
Must do, surely. But this is a crazy way to find out if he is.
I could tell you why I'm attracted to women over men. Not talking about boobs, not talking about vaginas, not talking about hair, not talking about any of that. There are still features that women have that I'm more attracted to than features that men have. They're more compassionate. They are nurturing. Like, women take care of you better than men take care of you.
Well, I think you're gay. You're
attracted to female features more than male features, he just said.
You're telling me you're gay? I'm teasing you.
They are like softer. Like, women's skin is like physically softer than men's skin, right? Like, they don't have as much.
Do you know what it is? I've never in my life been like, oh, women's skin is so soft. Ew, it's so... Like, no. Men like the putang, the bootay, and the boobs. And maybe the face. And the legs. And he's like, oh, the skin is so smooth. Gay.
Hair as men. Like, those are things women are... Like, women... There are personality traits that women carry.
Actually, I think
that
guys,
I find more attractive.
I find guys' traits more attractive.
Okay, so then you're gay.
No, I'm making a joke. Like,
right, but do you understand what I'm getting at?
Like, hanging out to just like, dude, just hang.
That doesn't mean you're gay. If you know,
guys get on with other guys. Like we kind of get on, you know. Like guys, I think men get on better than with other men than women get on better with other women. Personally speaking, like. There is no question men get on better with other men than women get on better with other women. Like, we are the more cooperative gender with ourselves than women.
If you prefer male tendencies, you know, not in a relationship standpoint, but I think a lot of us would rather hang out with a group of lads than a group of girls.
100%. If you give me 2 doors, right? 2 doors. One has a room full of 10 men who are drinking beer, smoking weed, watching Dragon Ball Z, playing games or something, right? That's one room. And then you've got the other room. It's 10 girls who are drinking lots of wine, doing their nails, their hair and their makeup, and talking about, you know, men and how hard life is, etc. Which door do you think I would pick? It's going to be the men. I'm going to go, hello boys. I have arrived. And I'm going to stick my fingers up to the girls' room as I enter. Like, fuck that shit. I am not dealing with that drama. But if you ask me who I want to spend the rest of my life with in a partnership and live with and have a relationship with, and I'd have to pick a door based on that, it would be the female room. Because I'm not attracted to men sexually. As a friend, men are great as friends. But as a sexually and as a partner, no, I'm not gay. So I could never have a relationship with a man or do that. I mean, I technically did some gay stuff when I was young, but like everyone experiments, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it, and that's how I know I'm not gay because I didn't like it. Sue me. So the fact of the matter is, right? You can't say that like men aren't so much. Men are attracted as a friend, drawn to other men more than women. Like, you're not going to have a best friend relationship with a female unless it's your like wife or girlfriend, if that makes sense. If you find a girl who you can treat like your best friend, I guarantee you end up in a relationship with her. I guarantee every time you end up in a relationship with her, unless she's already in one or you're already in one, because that's how relationships are built. Like, you start out as friends as a man and a woman, and then you build from there. Whereas these days, everyone expects it to start out at the dating point. And that's really not the way it should work. You should build up an awareness of each other first, and then move to the dating point. That's my perspective, anyway. So yeah, if you give me a room for 10 men playing games and drinking, or 10 women drinking and doing their nails and makeup, I'm going to go into the room with the men. It's quite simple.
That doesn't make you gay.
No question. No question. And it does make me gay to rather hang out with the boys and play games rather than hang around with a bunch of women making themselves out to be the victim all the time, but never holding themselves account for the things they did. No. Can you imagine sitting in a room with 10 women whinging about all their ex-boyfriends and all the things men do and have done, but never once saying the things they did? Can you imagine how awful that would be? Whereas you sit in the room with the men and be like, when the man tells you what someone did wrong, he'll tell you what he did as well, usually. They won't just tell you what the other person did. That's a very typical manipulative thing that I see with some men, but it's more common with women.
You know, I'd rather go on holiday with the boys than I would, you know, all the girlfriends or whatever, all the lads' girlfriend. That's just, yeah. That doesn't make you gay. What?
As to have a man and woman, women are more complicated.
Yeah.
But like, so I'm asking you, like, why do you love mom besides your physical attractiveness to her? A physical attraction.
I like her views. We raise a family together. We have the same.
But like,
goals
why would
in
you
mind.
have chosen mom over your best friend? Like your best.
What this? I know I keep pausing now. I do apologise, but what this guy's missing is just a human-to-human connection, a bond that's invisible to the eye. You just click with people. You do. So a lot of times we draw this image of who we're going to be with, and then the person we actually fall in love with, and we would go to the end of the earth for, is not the person we thought, because we have a human-to-human connection. You know, the spark, chemistry, all that stuff. You just click with people, and that logic applies to your friends as well. So he's missing out that. It's not always about what we physically see with the eye.
Guy friend. Why would you have chosen mom over Scott Osher?
Because I mean.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're thinking just in terms of like, because it's a guy.
By the way, visually you have to be attracted. Yes, that's a huge thing.
No, but I'm saying
that's a huge component.
Visibly, you have to be attracted to that,
and
right?
A guy.
That chick,
and
I'm
guy.
visibly attracted to that.
Would you like to create
fucking adverts? Kiss my ass.
That person.
And a guy. Knowing it's a dude.
Right. Okay, so what I'm saying.
Any man would say, knowing it's a dude.
You're not answering
no.
No, you're not answering my question. Like,
this is your generation, that faggy generation.
There are personality traits that women typically have over men, and that's what I'm attracted to.
Okay, Bronson.
As well as female physical characteristics.
Okay, but.
And so, like, so you only chose mom because she didn't have a penis?
No, if I dated your mother first time I saw her and found attractive, the next day I found she was a guy, the transition, I wouldn't date her.
So you only dated mom because she didn't have a penis, is what I'm asking.
No, not even remote.
Right, so I'm asking you then.
What is he talking about? This is what a lot of people do with this stupid logic and ideology, which unfortunately his son has. I mean, that's a salute right there. But they try and twist and turn things to fit their narrative when we all know what it is. We all know what it is. Man, and this is the crazy thing. This is between a father and a son. Man, could you imagine?
Why did you? Besides,
No, me and my dad would never have a conversation like this. Me and my dad have never really had a proper conversation, I don't think, in my entire life. I don't think me and my dad, I'm 34, have ever sat down and talked like that. About anything. Anything. Not even something mundane, you know? Like, we've had brief, exchanges, but me and my dad have never ever sat down and talked like this. So this is just weird to me. Like, I think the longest conversation me and my dad have had in the last 20 years was when I bought him a pint and told him he wasn't a good father. I said he was a good provider, though. A very good provider, because he did work very hard. But some of the things he did disqualified him from being a good father. No good father would have done the things he did. So, unfortunately, that's what I said to him. But at least I bought him a beer, you know? I'm not a complete cunt. So, no, this is alien to me. Absolutely alien. Don't get me wrong. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with my dad like this. But the fact of the matter is, it's just not possible. It's just not possible. And it's not because of me, either.
her boobs, besides her butt, besides her ability to have children.
Because of who she is, her views and all that stuff.
Right, but why that over your guy friends? Taking out the sexuality.
Because you can't take the sexuality out of it. You cannot
but I'm asking you
You cannot take the sexuality out of it. You have to find the person attractive in order to be with them.
So
you
then
think
let
I'm
me
gonna
ask
touch
you.
fucking Scott? Okay, you fucking kidding me?
No, so what I'm asking you is like someone who's transitioned, right? Like it.
And when we are around people we're attracted to.
That's the Italian hand, that was. The Italian hand, do you see it? Mamma mia, you want me to touch a man, huh? You're crazy.
Okay, you fucking kidding me?
No, so what I'm asking you is like someone who's transitioned, right? Like it.
And when we are around people we're attracted to, you know, people have feelings of wanting to be intimate, touch that person, you know, whether it's holding hands, hug, kiss, and, you know, all the other stuff that comes with a relationship, right? Further up the ladder, if you know what I'm saying. That comes with what we're attracted to and what our body thrives for. You ain't going to hang out with your best mate Paul and think, I want the same things. Nah, that's not... How is he saying that sexuality doesn't play a part? What the...
Because the only way...
That's a crazy statement right there.
It's because the only way his position makes sense is if you change what sexuality is to the way it is in his deluded mind. But it's not the way it exists for the rest of us. So that's what he's attempting to get his father to do, is to see it without sexuality so that he can push his warped view onto him. That's what it is. Literally, that's what it is.
Trans woman used to be a guy, but now they're a woman. And
I am sorry, I keep pausing this. It's an hour and a half, 1 hour and a half, an hour and a half. But I am reacting to a reaction here. So what I'll try and do is I'll try and let sound talk. I'll try and let them talk. But if I have something to say, I will say it. That's the whole point I'm making these videos, is to react. So if I have a reaction, I'll react. So I apologise I keep pausing it all the time, but I'm not just going to pass these guys' content off as my own and Sam's content off as my own. Like, I don't think that would be fair on them. This is their jobs and this is their work. This is what I'm trying to do as my work. So it's only fair that I make my own material rather than just play theirs as if it's mine, if that makes sense. So apologies for constantly always pausing it, but I have a lot to say.
Let's say you find them physically attractive.
Correct.
Okay.
But knowing she was a fucking dude never happened.
Finish, because there are trans women who
we spent half an hour talking about this.
No, because you would never, if you didn't know, you'd be like, that's a hot ass woman.
Said that many times.
Okay.
Yes.
What if they had, besides the physical, they have boobs, they have butt, they have a vagina. Let's say they have all those things.
know.
Besides that, they also have feminine personality traits.
Mm-hmm.
They are nurturing.
They are still a dude. If you take away everything that they've layered on themselves, a cosmetic, it's still a brother under there. You can't just put clothes on and put things on your body and just say you're a woman, because you're never going to be. A woman is a lot more than that. No one can be that. A woman can never be a man. A man can never be a woman.
Saving money at Ocado is a bit like eating Nutella. You can do it however you like.
I need to correct Sam there. He said,
No one can be that. A woman can never be a man. A man can never be a woman.
That is currently correct. So, one day in the far future, 1,000 years from now, it's not unrealistic that medicine and technology would have evolved and advanced to such a point where they could actually make a male change his entire DNA and all his cells from XY chromosomes to XX, or whichever way it is, and so he becomes a female, and over time, grows a uterus and a womb, and then they could artificially inseminate him with his own semen and make him impregnate and fertilize, inseminate himself after transitioning him to a woman. He could then give birth to his own child and then transition back to a man. So currently, it's not possible. We do not have any way to do that. And it's not happening in the next 100 or 200 years. No chance. But in 1,000 years, hey, it might be possible. It might be possible that a man could change into a woman, give birth to his own child from his own sperm, and then change back to being a man after giving birth. It's entirely possible. So currently, we live in this world where it's not possible. But one day, it is going to be possible. And are they a mother or are they a father? What a conundrum, eh? What a conundrum. But thankfully, I'm not going to have to deal with that. It's not my problem. That is future humans' problem.
They want to take care of you. They are emotional. They are very, they are very social animals, right? Mm-hmm. So they have female characteristics.
Still born a dude.
Yep,
okay, but so
exactly.
Then what? So you only care about how someone came out of a vagina?
No. They're still born a fucking dude, and there's still certain things. Take 100 guys, 99% of the guys, if they knew that chick was a guy, born a guy, they would not date the guy.
So if there was a
there's no discussion.
If there was a guy, if there was a
and answering his question earlier, I think most of you have to let me know in the comments, right? I know it's not really a nice thought, but if you've been married for a long time and your missus came home and said, "Oh, I'm transitioning into a dude," I think 99.9%
divorce, instant divorce.
9%, well, maybe 99% of people would walk away.
Yep.
They wouldn't be happy with that. That's not what I signed up for.
If I transitioned into being a woman, right, my girlfriend would most likely break up with me because she's attracted to a man, not a woman. So if I start trying to live life as a woman, she would probably no longer be attracted to me. She would probably say she is and be nice, but eventually she would realise she's not and leave. Right? It's not her fault. She's attracted to men, not women. So if I started dressing like a woman, she'd probably leave. And if she started dressing like a man, she'll hate to know, but I wouldn't probably be okay with that, and it would be a problem.
And this guy's trying to use that as an argument. Well, he was. That is bonkers.
Guy that had the exact
bonkers. That's just reminded me of the song now. I have to play it. Fucking Sam, you bastard. Dizzy Rascal and Van Halen. No, that's not it. This is the one. This is the one. I'm just gonna hear it.
Exact same personality as mom. Everything about them was what mom was like, and they also
I
were
wouldn't be
very
friends. I
attractive.
wouldn't be friends with them.
And they also were very attractive.
I would not be friends with a guy like that.
You would be like, I'm not even interested in you.
I would never want to hang out with a fucking guy that was like your mother, that was feminine. I want to hang with a fucking guy that's easy to hang with. Fucking talk. By the way,
no, I'm not talking about hanging. Let me explain.
No. Let me explain something. Two guys are easier to hang out with than a guy and a woman.
You're completely missing what I'm saying.
The problem is you're not attracted to
about
a guy.
hanging.
The reason why two guys don't get together, okay, and get married unless they're gay, is because two dudes should hang out and get to be married.
Right, and so you're not attracted to them, right? So what if you were? What if
then you're called gay?
No, but what?
Yeah, exactly. Then you're gay. What is this guy talking about?
It's not rocket science, is it? If you're dating a man, even if they're dressed as a woman, you're gay. Right?
Then you're gay. He's just going around in circles. We all know what it is. He's trying to avoid it.
If they look like a woman and you're attracted to women,
you're still gay.
Why are you gay if you're attracted to women?
Then you're bi. If
you're attracted to women and they look like a woman.
If you are a guy that's gonna fuck a girl, and she was born a guy, you're bisexual. Yes,
I disagree.
Let's do a tier list.
But this is clearly just shows that we grew up in different generations. How we view this. It's interesting.
If you came home with me and said, "I love this person. Her name is whatever, and she was born a guy, and she's the most beautiful fucking chick," I gotta tell you, I have a fucking problem with it. I'm sorry, I'm just old school.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm right. That's just how I feel. And you know what? I would say our son is bisexual.
No,
and I would say to
I'm not.
And you know what I said to
you're
Mom?
missing
I
what I'm
told you I was right.
I think that
his dad knows
attraction. If you take the physical nature out of it, like
you can't.
Right. That's even more so. Right. The physical nature is even more so proving my point.
No.
You said if someone looks hot, you said there are trans women that look hot.
Listen.
So you just said you're attracted to trans women physically. Some of them.
No. What he's saying is, if they were a woman, they would be hot, but because they're a man, they're not.
So does that make you gay?
No,
because you just said you can't take the attraction out of it.
Listen, the first thing that attracts someone is visually. Your eyes are very important.
Right.
So you can acknowledge. Listen, when I look at that girl in Sports Illustrated, you can say she has a great body, but knowing she's a dude, I'm like, it's off.
I know, but that's
just how I feel.
No, I know, and you're not wrong.
Well,
There's no wrong or right.
Top comment on the video is, finding out your son is gay via a podcast is wild. Yeah, to be honest, I think his dad already knew. You know, he was throwing a few jokes in there throughout that, but that is a crazy debate to have. I mean, his dad was making perfect sense, what a lot of us say and feel. It's just common sense. I can't believe...
Yeah, his dad was saying exactly what's correct and true, to be honest. There's nothing his dad said that was wrong. But there was a lot of things the guy in the white t-shirt said that was wrong. Like, he doesn't seem to understand what straight and gay is. He's confused over the whole trans thing, basically.
This stuff is even a debate. And his son wasn't really saying anything with any factuality or had any good foundation. It was just a circular argument to avoid what we already know. We already know. He's just trying to avoid that. I don't know if it's they don't want to be labelled gay or whatnot. Where there's nothing wrong with being gay. There is nothing wrong with being gay.
Definitely not. You want to be gay? Be gay. Don't care. But if you're a man, don't act like a woman around me. I don't like it. I will literally look at you like you're a piece of shit, to be honest. I really will. I can't help it. It's a natural reaction to like a weaker male, if I'm honest. Like, so I have met some men, right, who are quite camp because they had like 7 sisters and didn't have any fathers and stuff. So they do talk quite camp, but they don't act camp. They just sound camp. So I don't mind if someone sounds feminine. You know, you can't help how you talk. That's fine. I don't really care about that. But if you behave like a girl, like, doing all these little funny, stupid little things like women do, and you're a lad, you're a boy, I will literally look at you like you're weak. Like you're a weak male who, well, you're the bitch of the group, essentially. You are the weakling of men.
Trying to normalise it.
That's how I see it. I know it's wrong, but that's how I see it.
For everyone else and say, like, it's this and that, and say it's the opposite of what it actually is, which is what his son is doing. You shouldn't be doing that. I think we've all got the same conclusive thought watching this. His son is definitely in denial. 100%. And if he came out and just said, I'm gay, it is what it is, no one would care. But it's...
Wouldn't care less. Don't care. As long as he's happy. Don't care. As long as he doesn't hurt anyone. Don't care.
All the nonsense he's saying. It's like his son is trying to find ways to convince him to like men who present as women. This new wave of men who believe that if you date a trans woman, you are straight is odd for real. Yeah, it is. I'm almost certain that most men will agree with the father. Why would a man who isn't gay ever entertain this? No offense to anyone. His son is really trying to steer him into gay territory. But that's what I think. If you're dating a trans woman and that doesn't make you gay, according to these people, what do these people do behind closed doors? Because anything they do intimately, they're doing things with another dude. Because they're not a woman. So it doesn't matter when you walk around in the street. You know, he can wear a dress and all those things and act like one. But when it all, you know, goes down, they're doing male to male activities. So I don't think you're convincing anyone that you're straight. Yeah, I mean, if you feel a certain way, that's cool, but trying to push it on other people and normalize it in someone else's life, that's not how it should go. But guys, this was a crazy debate. I know it was a long video and I was talking a lot, but I saw this and I had to watch this with you guys. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be really interested to hear. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to do more videos like this, do let me know. And if you are new and you want to see more like this, subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. And I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for the content, Sam, as always. If you do like his videos, that's Simp Saver Sam on YouTube. This is his channel, you know, just go to YouTube, type in Simp Saver Sam, it'll come up. I don't know Sam, I've never met Sam, I just watch his videos. I'm kind of piggybacking his reactions with my reactions and other streamers at the minute on top of my gaming content. I do make some of my own videos as well. But that's what the internet is now. Reactions to reactions to reactions. So, thanks very much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.